everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you're having an amazing weekend. Welcome to another chicken and garden update. Check out my hollyhock. It is looking incredible. My front garden here is looking lovely right now. These are obviously to prevent chickens from doing chickeny things, but my honeysuckle looks like it's been here forever. I've got sunflower coming up. Everything else looks amazing, and that hollyhock looks truly amazing. I know the front of my house is still looking a little bit rutty, but there's a good reason for that, and it's mainly that we still haven't yet officially finished the garage, but I'm going to walk you around the house and show you, because there's been some fun things happening, primarily regarding the window that we're putting in the garage. But first, let's check out the seed potatoes. The potatoes that were planted from seed, not seed potatoes, the potatoes that are planted from seed. They're doing really incredibly well. My broccoli, not so much. In either case, they've been taken hostage. These have all gone to seed. Screw it. I'm just going to grab some seed and maybe plant them next year, and hope that maybe next year I will actually get some cauliflower. I haven't had much hope with cauliflower. Over here though, the potatoes are coming, they're kind of given up for the year because we had so much heat. And that's one thing I do want to talk to you about right now, is the absolutely ridiculous heat that we had last week and into this week. We have had some of the hottest temperatures in June that I've ever had. It's into triple digits Fahrenheit, 40 degrees Celsius, and it's kind of finished off my potatoes. Check out my potatoes there. They're not looking very happy. A lot of them have just died off. But the good thing is that what it has meant is that if I go in here and I have a look, we do have some potatoes. This thing is just so hot and dry. But if I pull up some of these, you'll see there are some potatoes down here, and I can do a bit of digging and find some large potatoes in here. I'm failing miserably, but there have been some potatoes. Look, there's one there and then some there. I'll just put some soil back on them. I know there's one there as well. Look, some bigger potatoes. So I have been having some potatoes from the garden, but because of that heat, a lot of my potatoes have just been destroyed. They did have plenty of water, but just didn't like all of the heat. Interestingly, while my potatoes suffered, these guys did not. My parsnips are just, well, they're indestructible. My parsnips are frankly indestructible. They've been getting water every day. They've been doing great. They've been growing incredibly quickly, and they are happy. My fruit trees are doing well. My apple trees are doing really well. I'm very happy at how much they've been growing, and well, we're going to have a lot of blackberries here at the end of this year. Check out these. I've kind of let these grow because if you watched last year, you'll know that we had a bit of an incident, right, where some of my blackberries, bad things happened. But these are this year's blackberries, and they're coming on and they're growing and they're doing incredibly well. So I'm happy about those. But a lot of the growth that we've seen this week in the garden has actually come from the actual vegetable plot, because it's shaded. A lot of people have said, why do you put your plants right over there where it's shaded? Well, the reality is that as the summers have been getting warmer and the temperatures have been going up, actually having cooler spaces has helped. Exhibition of that is right here. Check this out. This is some of my non-eating corn. It's I think it's a popcorn. I mean, I'm going to eat it, but I think it's my popcorn. But if you look down here, you'll see that my courgettes and my zucchinis down here are doing really well. My peas are coming up. These are peas that I had to start inside. They are starting to grow and catch up, which is fantastic. We've got some butternut squashes here that are growing. Looks like we've potentially got some flowers coming on them at last, or thinking about it. But then over here, this is phenomenal. We automatically water these, so they've been getting water, but we've got some courgettes and zucchinis growing here. Courgettes or zucchinis, I should say, depending on where you live. It's been a long day. Just forgive me for saying silly words. But you'll see here, there's another one there growing really nicely. getting some real great growth. And then here, this corn is just your standard edible corn. You can see some beans here. Look, the beans are starting to go around the corn, which is exactly what they're supposed to do. And that means they are really helping produce this wonderful ecosystem where the corn relies on the beans relies on the corn, and the squashes help as well. I do have some pumpkins coming over here. Let me show you, because pumpkins look amazing. If you look down there, you see I've got some little baby pumpkins coming up. Those are going to be pumpkins. They are growing incredibly well. They're getting watered fairly regularly, so we're trying to make the watering as consistent as possible. Seems to be working. As I think I noted last time, this plot and this plot have basically the same plants in, but as you can see, this one has not been doing so well. For the beans, what I've actually done is put a couple of poles in, or I put one pole in, I need to put another pole in, just to encourage the beans to grow up so that they don't kind of strangulate the corn too much. And I think, I'm not expecting to get much in the way of corn from these this year, but the other patches are doing incredibly well too. I mean, check this one out. This one has also got some great corn action. And if you look in here, there are some peas as well that are growing up and are starting to entangle with the corn, which is again exactly what I wanted to have happen. Down here we've got some more. Are these pumpkins or are these courgettes? Let's find out. I think these are more courgettes, but again, they haven't been growing quite as vociferously as they did there. It's just one of those things. Over here, well, the garlic is just about done, and I need to actually dig up this garlic because most of this garlic has done growing for the season. We've got some garlic scapes here, has produced some seeds that you can use in future years to make future garlic. But if you look here, we're getting some good healthy growth. So what I'm going to do is I will pull one of these garlics up so you can see. This is one of my garlics, not doing so well, not so big. Some of them are doing better, some of them are not. So let's see. This one is pretty small as well. It's the first time I've grown this particular type of garlic. So I mean, they're small, but they'll be doing. Over here though, let's see if we can, these are a different variety of these ones over here. This one is definitely significantly bigger, so you can see we're getting some garlic. And it is the time of year when I should be digging up garlic, so I'm just really enjoying being able to harvest and pick things. I've got some beetroot over here that's not ready yet. My fava broad beans have kind of reached the end of their summer spurt, and the coriander just keeps going. And I think I've made the decision not to grow coriander next year because it's just become a bit of an overrun problem here. My raspberries though, are still doing incredibly well. Still tasty, still very wonderful. I've had quite a lot of onions and carrots so far this year, and they are doing incredibly well. And then over here, the strawberries. Now I don't know if it's just me or if you have had strawberries do so well. I've been speaking to my mum in the UK and she's had the same thing. Really good year for strawberries. Although I do need to do some weeding. There is Ashley. Are you waiting for payment? You did lay me an egg. I will come and pick that up later, if that's okay with you. She normally demands payment from me when I come out because she's got used to me giving her basically stuff from the garden. So I've been giving her strawberries and I've been giving her raspberries and all sorts of fun things. Anyway, let's show you in here. Because it's been so warm, I have had this greenhouse open completely for like a week and a half non-stop. I opened it during July 4th week and I haven't closed it up again. Tonight might be the first time I actually have to close it up. But check out the growth in here. Everything has just gone absolutely bonkers. We've got some lovely cucumbers growing here. You can see those are cucumbers right there. It's a cucumber. There's one right there as well. Some of the cucumbers in the far corner are the pickling ones. They're much smaller in terms of plant size, but they're already producing fruit, which is wonderful. If you look over here, I already have some lovely tomatoes growing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and one there, 6. I've got some through there growing. I've got some here growing. And then little cherry tomatoes haven't really caught up yet, but they're making progress, right? We've got some flowers on them. I've got some tomatoes coming back here. Let me show you the cucumbers while we're up here as well. These cucumbers are a monster. Look at this big chappy back here. That's nearly ready. And then if you look here, we have more cucumbers growing. They just keep going. They're just growing and growing and growing. And I'm very impressed. Previous years, I didn't always have success growing cucumbers. This year has been much better. This cucumber apparently has decided to not behave itself. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna stick it up here a bit with these little clips to see if I can encourage it to stay up like so. There we go. That cucumber is not looking very happy, but the other ones are doing okay, so I'm okay with. There's always one that's not great, and I think it's probably the gophers or the whatsits have got in. So it could be that they've been in there and been doing things without me noticing. The other things to bear in mind. Oh yeah, my peppers are doing great. My tomatillos are growing. And then over here we have some watermelons that have been kind of stuck in here, and I've just left them. They seem to be happy. Let's not upset them. So we're finishing today's chicken and garden update. Oh, by the way, my Chinese lantern is my abutilon. Got a little bit of a haircut, and it got cut back because some of its main stem had kind of lost some of its life, and I was like, I wanted to encourage the tree to grow again fresh from the ground up, and it did, and it has. It's doing so much better. Meanwhile, let's show you the final thing I want to show you, which is one of the things that we did. Now, there's just one egg in there. I'll pick that up in a second. I'll show you the thing that we did, well, my wife did, pretty much, over the July 4th weekend. And hopefully by the time you watch this on Sunday, we will have had an inspector come and deem everything 100%. So this is the back of the house, back of the garage. And you'll see right here is a window, which we put in on July 4th. It was actually on July 4th where everybody else was doing celebratory things. We were at home and we were framing up and installing the window. I say we, it was mainly my wife. She did it all. All I did was help her install the final bit. You can see it's not finished yet. Don't worry. We have to leave it like this. It's kind of safely sealed. We have to leave it like this until the inspector comes, and then after the inspector comes and approves it and approves the framing, then we can insulate everything, we put the trim pieces on, and then it will be finished. It's all very exciting. Oh, and to throw in, this week, I was able to run the truck to power the house for a total of 4 hours. You may have seen the short about it on the main channel. We just got the amount of rebates that we saved yesterday. $25 basically. I was 24 and change for running the house off the truck for 4 hours. PGE, our local utility company, paid us $25. I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, tell me what's going on in your garden, and I'll see you next week. Thanks for joining me today, and if you've got thoughts, make sure you leave them below in our Discord chat room, or you can reach out to us on Mastodon. Thanks to the amazing list of people scrolling by on your screen right now. They are some of the more than 1,500 people who help fund this channel through Patreon and YouTube. They help cover our bills, pay our team, and they make sure that we can remain 100% independent. If you'd like to join them and see your name listed here, just follow the links below. There are a range of different tiers you can sign up for, from as little as $1 $1 a month, or if you pay yearly, just over $10 a year. A massive welcome to our newest supporters, Carol Bulawa, Rolfondo, Michael Owen, Winter, and Wilton Live. To join the list and get your shout out, become a paid Patreon member for your week of fame. And of course, if you'd like to support us with a one-off donation, you'll find links below to make Ko-fi and Bitcoin donations. We even have a good old-fashioned P.O. box that you can reach us at. Address you'll find linked below. And of course, if you're in need of some swag, you'll find our swag store in the down below as well. This month, we are celebrating Pride with an amazing new t-shirt design by our in-house artist and animator Erin. You can get yours today by heading to our Redbubble store. We've also got some fantastic content coming up, so make sure that you've hit the subscribe button on either PeerTube or YouTube, and we'll see you soon. We make new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you want more, the mighty algorithm thinks you'll like this video, but we think this one is also well worth a look. See you soon, and as always, keep evolving.